Yes, so good morning everybody. I had a little lie-in this morning. Excuse me, here I am in my dressing gown. What can I tell you? I'm making my morning drink. This drink I have every morning. About 18 months or so ago, I'm going to talk you through this as we're going along. I've got a half a cup of hot water here and some cinnamon. So I hate cinnamon, so I'm just going to have that little teeny bit there, look. It's about 1/4 teaspoon if you want to know to do it yourself. Or no, actually no, it's 1/8 teaspoon. There it goes, in it goes. Stir it into the hot water. About 18 months ago, I was struggling, coughing. All of my tubes were there, blocked with mucus. It's a wonderful subject to have first thing in the morning, don't you think? But anyway, I went onto YouTube because my doctors prescribed all sorts of drugs. They couldn't get rid of the mucus, but they could open the airways with you know, those things that people use. I don't know what they call them anyway. And here we are, and I thought, I can't afford to pay $550 a month for an inhaler. That's what they call it. There you go. So I went onto YouTube to see my very favorite, I call him my guru, my health guru, Dr. Alan Mandell, Mandell. And I put in, you know, mucus, because as I've said, I'd had all sorts of tests and this and that. I couldn't stop coughing, I couldn't stop breathing. It was you know, all the time. And he suggested this. So here we are, and I make it every morning, and it works, is all I can tell you. So half a cup of hot water and a 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon, if you can stand it. And I do it even though I don't like cinnamon. I'm probably the only person who doesn't like cinnamon. This is honey but going in, by the way. So I'm throwing in 1 teaspoon of honey. You have to have this before you have anything else in the morning. You've got to drink this on an empty stomach. This is a weird one now. Into this mix goes roughly, and you can see I'm not using any measures because I've been making it now for 18 months every morning, and I don't need any measures. So I'm going to put in roughly a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Doesn't matter what make, as long as it's extra virgin. Make sure you get a good one if you can. And I get this stuff from where do I get it from? From Costco, and it's pure lemon juice. Now you can squeeze your own lemon, which is what Dr. Mandell recommends. You can squeeze your own lemon, but I find that this is pure. It's from Italy. Pure lemon juice is not expensive, and I put in roughly 1 to 2 ounces. There we go. And again, I'm sort of eyeballing it. You can see that, right? Got to forgive me here because I've had a lie-in this morning, and you know what it's like. You know, you get up in the morning, you think, I'll just have another 5 minutes, and I forgot that I was supposed to be doing this video, so I had that another 5 minutes, which lasted into 10 minutes, and here we have this delicious drink. It is not that bad, actually. It sounds horrible. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but there it is, like this. And I like to stir it because I like to sort of keep the olive oil spinning around. With all the stuff in it, I don't think it's going to be too hot to drink. And I drink this every single morning before I have breakfast. Let's see how we do. Not a wince or anything. The lemon is a little tart sometimes, but it's good. I'm going to drink that down before I eat or drink anything else. It works. It works for me. But I always advise people, if you do have a health problem, please do check it out with your doctor, because You know, when I think about my life, I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for fabulous doctors, fabulous surgeons, and all of that stuff. So even though they know what they're talking about, there are these natural remedies as well. I'm drinking as I'm talking. You can see I'm not on at all today. I don't have any makeup on. This is me as I get out of bed. This is me. Should I say this is the real me? Anyway, but this really works. Lovely. And the thing about me also, but many people don't know, is I say I can't, I'm not allowed to have tea or coffee hard in the mornings, because when you get up you just want to have a nice warming drink. But tea and coffee are really bad for me. I have issues with calcium and kidneys and all of that stuff, and so I have to avoid oxalates, and coffee is full of oxalates, and so is tea apparently full of oxalates. So this for me is not only that thing that helps clear all of my tubes. If you know of anybody who's got, you know, tube issues, can't breathe or whatever, is on an inhaler, you might want to get them to try this. Do not expect it, please don't expect it to work in the first 2 seconds. It took about a week before I started to notice a difference. Now I wouldn't be without it. I'm going to give you the ingredients again. It is 1 cup of hot water. So simple, so easy. 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 to 2 teaspoons of honey. I only put 1 in. A tablespoon of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and 1 to 2 ounces of lemon juice, and that's it. And you can see how long it took me to make this. You know, when I was not able to breathe, I was coughing and I was spluttering, and I know that my daughter started to get worried, you know, what serious problems do I have? And of course I was talking with my spirit guide Gregel all the time, you know, what can I do for this? And, you know, if you listen and you pay attention, you know, doctors know a lot, but sometimes they don't know everything, of course. And you've got to listen to your intuition, and you've got to, you know, if something is saying to you there's a better way or there's a different way, check it out. And YouTube is that, you know, that place we go. Google, YouTube, wherever you want to go. It's that place where we go, we can find out all the information that we really need to know. I feel that I was guided to this, and I have guided so many other people to have this drink. And, you know, when you try it for yourself and you see how much it works, I could not believe that within a week I was breathing somewhat normally, and within 2 weeks, well, I was breathing perfectly well. Of course, it, you know, it doesn't actually put me to sleep, but I did have a late morning this morning. So I'm saying cheers to all of you. Listen to your intuition. You know, that's the thing. You've got to listen to your intuition. You've got to listen to your own body. And as much as we listen to our doctors, and we do need to do that, we also have to be our own advocate for things as well. And we have to just, you know, think, is there a better way? Is there a remedy? Because according to my doctor, who I love, and she's great, there's nothing we can do for the mucus. All we can do is do, you know, sort of open up the airways, which was why they were telling me to take that, you know, inhaler. And, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spend $550. Yes. The first one they gave me was like just under just under $300. The second one they gave me, because the first one didn't work, was $400. And then there's a $550. Who can afford a $550 inhaler? Try this. It works. Oh, and by the way, later on today, I thought, if you're up for it, of course, you might not be up for it, but if you want to join me, I promise you I'll be wide awake. I might have a little bit of makeup on as well, you never know. I thought I might tell you a story. So why don't you join me? Of course, the story is going to be maybe a bit spooky. Would you like a spooky story? Maybe I'll tell you a spooky story later on today. Keep checking in, everybody. You can find me on where? Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, I think even X, I don't know. Wherever there is social media, check me out. And I'd love to hear your comments. And if you're already trying this drink, or if you want to know any more about it, please, give me a comment. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you're thinking, and go to YouTube and go look at Dr. Alan Mandel. He's sane, he's sensible, I think he's a really good guy, and he has some great tips for all of us. So I'm going to wake up in a minute. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. I'll be back later with maybe, it could be a spooky story, it could be an inspirational story. But anyway, I'm coming back on. You're not getting rid of me anymore. See, here you are, first thing in the morning. Look at, well, maybe not for some of you, but look at me. No makeup, in my bathrobe, dressing gown, whatever it is. It's nice, don't you like it? I like this thing. Anyway, it's a Josie Nattori, by the way, just so you know. Anyway, I'll see you later. Join me. In the meantime, I'm going to just have my last few glugs of this. Only if you can see how much I've drunk here. I'm going to have my last few glugs of this. Then I'm going to make myself a piece of toast, I think, or something similar. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.